But earlier yesterday, 8 people died as the storm hit Odisha on Friday morning, uprooting trees and electricity poles and cutting off power supply in many parts of that state. Large areas in the temple town of Puri and other places were submerged as heavy rain battered the coast. 1 million people were evacuated to safer areas, and that perhaps prevented the casualties being much higher. The airport building in Bhubaneswar has been damaged. Flight operations has been suspended and they are expected to resume at 1 p.m. today.
We are on the highway from Bhubaneswar towards Puri, and we are expecting that landfall will happen somewhere between Brahmagiri and Puri, to the south of Puri, in fact. And all that area is, in fact, a tourist destination, a holy destination of Lord Jagannath as well. And that's the reason why an advisory was issued to move and vacate all the tourists from that area. In fact, the hotels were asked not to take in any more guests and, in fact, close operations for the time being, because that is where we are expecting landfall to actually happen. Administration trying to ensure that the casualty figure is zero. In fact, that is their target, and that's the reason why they have shifted as much as 1 million people, 3 lakh in Ganjam district itself, and about 1.5 lakh in Puri to safer places. There are about 900 full-fledged cyclone shelters, and at least 4,000 others have been converted. So there are about 5,000 odd, in fact, in all shelters that have been created. Already the NDRF and the state DRF have all been kept on standby. The Indian Army, Navy and Air Force also on standby to try and ensure that if rescue needs to happen, they will be available at the closest possible notice and be able to save lives. That is going to be the first priority for the government here. We are a few kilometers away from Puri, and as the suggestion comes that the landfall has already happened at Puri, I have just spoken to the State Relief Commissioner's office, where the spokesperson, Mr. Sangram Mohapatra, has said that the impact has started 175 kilometers per hour is the wind speed already in Puri, but their understanding is that landfall has not yet happened. He is telling me that 80 kilometers per hour 80 kilometers is the distance of the system away from Puri still, and therefore they believe that the landfall has not yet happened, though the wind speed has started. Connectivity is very, very poor, so bear with me in terms of visuals as well as audio. But while it is pouring here, the place where I am in fact, there is no wind at all. It is literally the calm after the storm, except that it is not after. What I suspect is that this is in fact the eye of the storm that we are seeing. And in some time now, we will once again start having heavy winds. People have started coming out of their homes and looking at what really is happening around this billboard that fell off from a height, the trees that have fallen on those homes there, and all that is destruction. And they are beginning to take stock of what is happening. We ourselves had a little bit of a disaster because the vehicle in which we were traveling, an Innova, the door has come off because of the impact of the speed of the wind itself, and therefore we are not in fact able to proceed further, and we'll have to try and find an alternate vehicle if at all that is possible in this kind of a weather condition. Even now I am having phone connectivity and I am able to connect on WhatsApp, and that's a big connect for people because that's where they're getting the information. And thankfully, so far, I have not heard of fake news, or at least on Cyclone Fani. And it's useful information that people are sharing, saying that the storm is not yet over, that it has passed, and these are the areas that are going to be affected. All that was going through the government machinery as well. And people are able to share the information to keep themselves safe and to ensure that even in the time to come, even though there are going to be, we do understand that with the fallen cables and the electric poles, you could have cases of electrocution because there is water all around, and therefore people are also being warned to stay indoors and not try to switch on machines or try to repair the wires near their place, and wait in fact for the experts to come in, for the technicians to come in. All of them are on standby, and therefore the Odisha government reassuring people that very soon things will be back to normal. But right now the priority is to keep people safe, and therefore they must stay indoors wherever they are.